Hey guys, Kyoryujin here with another review. This time I'll be doing the Kamitsuki Gattai Deluxe Kyoryujin from Juden Sentai Kyoryuger. This is the main mech of the Kyoryugers, which consists of 3 of their dinos. So this includes 6 things. 3 Judenryu, Gabutira, Stegochi, and Triceratops, and the respective Judenki. So we'll look at each of the Judenryu first, then look at their Judenki. So first up is the biggest of them all, Gabutira. This is Kyoryu Red's Tyrannosaurus mech. As you can see, it's done mostly in red, yellow, and black. And there certainly is a lot to go over detail-wise. Starting from the head, got a red upper jaw, a yellow lower jaw, silver teeth, some silver details kind of outlining the face, as well as black for this part of the head. Another notable detail is the eyes are nice metallic green color with visible pupils. And we've got these yellow parts back here which will come into play later. The mouth can open up, and as you can see, you have this socket here which is for putting in Judenki. And each of the Judenryu can have a Judenki inserted into them. Moving down to the body, see a lot more of this silver outlining along it. And you also notice some kind of technological detailing on the body itself. A little bit of black on the back here. And then here we have the, obviously and accurately small arms that Tyrannosaurus has. Get to the thighs and legs. More red with nice silver outlining. And on the feet we have 6 gray claws. And black for the soles of the feet. And more detailing on the legs themselves. A little bit of silver on the underbelly. Well, actually it's kind of more of an extension of the legs, as this whole underbelly section is yellow, extending all the way to the tail, which is a full-on yellow piece, connected to the silver piece up here. You have this black part here, which is a button which will be very important within the play features. And you have the backside here with the on and off switch. And the battery compartment here. And just point out, the speaker is right over here. Next up is Stegochi, Kyoryu Blue's Stegosaurus mech. So this one is a much squatter, more compact body. With a head, once again it's the main color with some silver on it. Have red eyes with same kind of black pupils. And the body itself, you see, have a lot of mold and detailing to it. And some yellow striping on the neck part and on the sides of the legs, or the thighs. Got more of that silver venting kind of detail on here in the back, and you have 2 rows of yellow spines, as well as the spiked tail. And the same details are on the back. And third up is Triceratops, Kyoryu Pink Triceratops. So the first thing to note is that, while it might seem a little bit trivial, Triceratops is actually pink. Because I guess something that people don't really mention too often, but one thing that is very much clear is that pink rangers don't often have actually pink mechs. Most of the time they're white with a bit of pink on them. So it's nice to actually, for once, get a pink ranger whose mech is mainly pink in color. So going to the head, you've got the face here, once again with green eyes, silver detailing, little mouth there, and again the noted detailed in irises or pupils. And also of note is that while these two things look like horns, they're actually not. As you can see, these are Triceratops' three horns, while these are just a pair of drills that sit above them. And you also have the head frill or neck frill right here. While the body itself and legs are basically identical to Stegochi. And going to the tail, which itself is a big grey drill with a yellow drill bit at the end. So now we're on to the Genki. First is Gabutira's Genki, and this one has been seen already with the Gabu revolver, so I won't stay on this one for too long. Got the same color, same number, same sticker, and same picture on the inside. Although now that we have its associated, Judenryu, there's a cool thing that I kind of want to point out. And that's something I actually kind of like about the Genki is that the picture of the dinosaur in there is actually color-coded to match up with the Judenryu's detail, as you can see. Body's mostly red with black stripes on the back, and a yellow jaw and underbelly, just like Gabutira itself. Moving on to the back, you have the same name printed on it. Although this does bring to light an interesting little detail that I found when looking at these. Now, as you can see here, this is the Gabutira battery that came with the Gabu revolver. It says it's made in China. While here on the one that came with Gabutira itself and Kyoryujin, it says it's made in Thailand. So I kind of find it funny that the same product is being outsourced to two different countries. It's a trivial detail, true, just something I kind of wanted to point out because I do just find it a little bit strange. Next up is Stegochi's Genki. This one is Genki 3. It's got a nice blue color, number 3. Stegochi's symbol here, which is its head. Got the picture of a Stegosaurus in there. Stegosaurus being a dinosaur which was known for its back spines and club tail, which were used as defense mechanisms against predators. Flipping it over, got the image right here. And once again, it actually matches up with its Judenryu, having a mostly blue body with yellow spines and spikes on the tail. And you got its name on the back, Stegochi. Kind of reminds similarly to how Tamagotchi is here in America. And third is Triceratops battery, number 5. Has a nice pink color to it, with Triceratops symbol emblem right here. Triceratops here on the inside. Flip it around. Once again, you have it similar to the actual Genki itself. Mainly pink body, with the gray for the mouth and one of the horns, And the top two horns are they're yellow, basically matching how the bigger drills on the head are yellow itself and are more prominent than its actual two other horns. So with these new Genki, we can show them off with the Gabu revolver. So, put one in. Close it up. Give it a spin. So you can use Tegochi's berry to transform into Kyoryu Blue, or Triceratops berry to transform into Kyoryu Pink. And since we have two new berries, I'll take advantage of this by using both of them to show off both of the intonations for their sound effects. Now switching them around. So there you have those two. Another thing you can do is use both of Kabuchira's berries in the Gabu revolver. So there you had both intonations of Gaboon, and actually important to know about this is that this is basically how the Kyoryujers use their proper Julian Brave finish, by using two of their own batteries, as there are multiples of their individual transformation batteries. So next up, we can show off what the Genki do with their Judenryu. So each Judenryu has a gimmick that's activated by their Genki. For Gauchira, that's going to involve turning it on. So switching on like this, get that sound to turn on. When you press the button with no Judenki in, it makes a dinosaur roar sound, and if you want, you can kind of puppet it like this. So then you can open up the head, put in the Judenki, and by chomping down on it, it reads the battery and says the name, and also by making the mouth jump down, it raises up the head spikes up here. First the Genki. You have a mouth like this. Put in the Genki. Then push it in by using this button here. And it raises up this middle spike here. So there you have it like that. And finally for Triceratops, you lift up its mouth the same way. Put in the Genki. Then push it in. And that extends out the tail. Close the mouth up. And then you pull out the end of the tail, like so. So now you have them all in their battle mode. And what's important about this is that when they don't have a Genki, they're not in full power, so they can't fight to the best of their potential. So they need a Genki inserted to really be able to fight properly. So now we can start the preparations for combining them. So to do that, you're going to take out Genki from Genki and Triceratops. Like so. And also take the Genki out from Kamitsuki's mouth. So now we're going to use the Genki as a sequence preparer for sequence preparation. First, you put in Genki's battery. Remove it. Then put in Triceratops' battery. Then return Kamitsuki's battery to the mouth. Then put these back in the mouths. Leave them open like that. And the easy thing to do is to take Triceratops' horns and flip them all the way back like this. So putting these to the sides of Kamitsuki, we start the transformation by pressing the button on the center. This will start up the transformation sequence. So first, plug in Genki to this socket here. Remove this part. Take the legs, fold them back like this. Pull them out and down. And yeah, the music stops after 4 counts, but you can resume it by pressing the button again. So we've got like that. Then open up the tail section and remove the helmet part right here and fold it back in. Then start it up again. And attach Triceratops to the other arm socket. Hold in this, hold in the legs. open these. Just open the legs like that. Turn around to the back. And take these two pegs and plug them into these bottom two sockets. Turn around. Gonna raise up the camera a bit. Flip up the head. Put on the helmet. I'm just gonna do it once more. Then press the button in the center to complete it. And with that samba music note, and we have the formation of Kyoryujin. Now, obviously, you can, of course, form this up without even turning on the electronics, but the fun thing is to do it with all that preparation and using the music. So, you can also see that announcement music, that kind of finishing up combination complete music, by pressing the button again. And the note is you only get that little samba sting after it says its name if you do the proper combination sequence using Stegoji and Dricera's batteries. So while it's here as Kyoryujin, you've got a little bit of articulation because of the transformation sequence. You can rotate the waist a little bit, and you can rotate the arms, though they only go forward 1 or 2 notches. They go no farther than this, and they don't go back. There's also a couple of options you can do with Dricera. The first is that you can take the back spines, open up like this, flip around this handle, and put on here, like so, to form up a shield. And the other thing you can do is that normally just red, blue, and pink pilot Kyoryujin, but when all 5 of them are inside of it, that allows the shield to raise up this part, this little blade here, has the hand, to make the Goren Judenken. As you can see, the sword blade has markers for red, black, blue, green, and pink. So there you've got that. Another thing you can do is that you can activate the Kyoryujin Brave Finish. So I'm just gonna take this and put it back on. To the arm like so. So to that, you remove the battery used to combine them, then put in any battery into this socket. So you get this music, then you press the button. So there you had Vamala Mucho, followed by Gaboon and a sound effect to match the sound effect phrase. So for Gaboon it was a chomping sound, then followed by an explosion. We can also use Stemero and Alomeris here. So, putting in Stemero. So you had a kind of a floaty sound, like someone falling in love, in a cartoonish way, which goes along with Meruron, what Meruron kind of means. Then Alomeris. So there you have Blast of Flames, matching up with what Mera Mera means. And you can also, I can also show the visual attack sounds for Segochi and Drysera by switching their batteries with a couple of other batteries. Just like so. So, putting this back in. So you just get that. And if you try to combine them, do the sound combining sequence, and you don't have a Genki in Gobutira's mouth up here, it'll make this sound. So I'm gonna just put back in Gobutira. As you can see, because it wasn't the proper Kyoryujin sequence with Segochi and Drysera, you didn't have the music sting at the end. So, now you can put in Segochi's battery. So, the sound effect is Gochin, which is the sound effect for bashing, and you had an accompanying sound effect with it, which is what Segochi can do with its back spines. And of course, since Gobutira's sound effect is Gaboon, obviously it attacks by using its big mouth to chomp enemies. Then Drysera. So there you had Dodorin and a kind of power drill whirring, which is what the sound effect is for, and that's partially what Drysera's name comes from, but more obviously, it's drill. The other part comes from drill. Drill and Drysera. And the cool thing about it is, as you can see here, to kind of match up with how Triceratops is, most notably a three-horned dinosaur, it has 3 drills here, which is something pretty cool. So then just putting the proper batteries back in. and just recombining them. So if you put in two Genki with batteries in them, while there's a battery in Kamitsuki's mouth, it'll make that sound. And so there you have Kyoryujin. So yeah, this is another great toy. Nowadays it's not too often that Super Sentai mechs have electronic features in them. So it's nice to get one with electronic sounds in it. But what really sells this for me is the way they incorporate it with how you use sound effects, and they basically enhance the combination sequence, where when you plug in one of the arms, it says what that thing's name is and gives the accompanying sound effect. Then the music kind of starts to get more heated up when you have two attached, and then you have the final sound for when you complete the combination. Of course, it's also cool how you can use all of the Genki also in Kamitsuki's mouth up here for the Kyoryujin Brave finish. And that, unlike the Gabba Revolver, actually plays the sound effect that Genki's name partially comes from. And I did a little bit of hacking it with both Kyoryujin and the Gabba Revolver, and basically some sound effects and some of the special attack sounds are not exactly played within the Gabba Revolver, and kind of some batteries seem to basically override any other batteries, so it'll just change whatever sounds you make when it fires. And so it won't actually play whatever the sound effect is, at least the onomatopoeia sound effect, like Gaboon, Gochin, or Dodoriten. But with Kyoryujin, you get all of that plus the sound effect. So in a way, Kyoryujin might actually be a better way of using the Genki than the Gabba Revolver, but I guess there's a little bit of give and take. With the Gabba Revolver, you have two intonations for each battery, but with Kyoryujin, you get the special effect, phrase, and noise, or sound effect. So it's a little give and take. Obviously, it's, like most Sentai mech, rather a brick with very limited articulation, but it's very fun. It's cool. I mean, Gabba itself is pretty amazing for how it, like the Gabba Revolver, can read all the batteries. So, in essence, if you want a toy to play with all of your Genki, you could technically just get Kyoryujin and you wouldn't even have to buy the Gabba Revolver. Especially because you will be able to get the Cimero and Alomeris batteries in Candy Toy and Gashpan form, as is to be expected. Plus, like I said, it's really fun how you use the Genki to enhance the combination sequence, especially because, you know, as far as actual combining, Gauchira forms most of the body, while Segochi and Ricera just form the arms. Although this does kind of make it a little bit weird how, you know, something which is a little bit atypical of Super Sentai is that the main body has the sockets rather than having the pegs, and then the arms themselves having the sockets. So you've got this piece just kind of sticking out of Gabuchiro's neck. And it bugged me a little bit at first, but I kind of got used to it. And it's also, while it's not much, it's nice how the other two Genryu also have their own battle mode. And obviously there are going to be more Genryu that can form alternate arms or other things to combine with Kyoryujin. So of course you're going to want to start with this if you want to collect the Genryu. Definitely a really fun toy, and just like the Gun Revolver, the more Genryu and Genki you get out of it, the more playability you get from it. So very much recommended. Very fun toy. Just giving you a pan down and back up. It's definitely a, I guess what can be said is that what they're going for with the gimmick here is very similar to Engine Sentai Go Under, which had the engine souls, which could be used throughout the toy line to make different sounds. Although the key difference here being how the engine souls had the sounds inside them, whereas the Judenshi activate sounds built into other toys. But yeah, if you like Kyoryujin, obviously very much recommended, and if you're going to start collecting them, this is obviously what you would start with. Very fun toy. You won't regret buying it if you enjoy dinosaurs, dinosaur mechs, or like I said, Kyoryujin. It's very highly recommended. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more videos. And for now, this is Kyoryujin, writing off.